What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Project Evolve podcast, episode 15. And today, a little bit different. So, over the weekend, it was Memorial Day, and we went to Hialeah for Marcon's first Olympic competition, weightlifting competition. So, this entire week, we've been playing catch up because we had to close the gym down because all the coaches were going to watch and support. So, we did not have a chance as a team to do this episode for the podcast this week. So, doing it solo today at my house. So we're actually going to kick it off with member of the week, but we're going to make it a little bit different, and we're going to make Marcon member of the week. Just to go over some of the stats for his first competition. So it's his first Olympic competition ever that he's ever done. He placed, I'm just looking at the stats, make sure I get this correct. Fifth overall in his entire weight class, which is awesome. And he was first place and 79 kilograms, which is really cool. So for his lifts, he did the two different lifts for the Olympic lifting. For snatch, he got 170, and then for clean and jerk, 240, which is super impressive. So shout out Marco, we're really proud of you, dude. So yeah, member that we're not really a member, but we're gonna make you member of the week because this last week was kind of chaotic. Anyway, so we're talking about the 7 steps to a healthier lifestyle. Okay. And last week we had a different topic. This week is all about movement because yes, we talk a lot about strength training because it's very important as you get older. But a lot of people also neglect the other aspect, which is the cardio or just movement in general. So what we like to say is like there's kind of two different realms, like depending on how your lifestyle plays out. Number one, if you can get 10,000 steps a day by, tracking it using a watch or something like that, that's huge. You're already doing better than most Americans. Second thing is if you can't do that, maybe just 30 to 60 minutes of cardio, maybe 2 to 3 times a week. Now that could be pickleball, that could be tennis, that could be going for a run, that could be literally doing cardio equipment like elliptical machines, bikes, rowing machines, some type of class, just something that you can do to get your body moving because your heart is also a muscle as well. And with strength training, it's not working the heart muscle as much as it is the actual external muscles. So definitely you want to add that to your arsenal if you're already not doing that. On top of so as you can see, these 7 steps are starting to stack. You start with number 1, which is the protein goal. Then you start with number 2, which is basically trying to eat healthy 80% of the time. Then you start doing the strength training. Then you start doing all these little steps start adding up to eventually you have to take it in base steps. Eventually, this is how you create an entire lifestyle that's sustainable. But you're not going to go from 0 to 100. So don't try to do all these things at once. Pick the first one, master it for at least 21 days, maybe a month, then add the second one to the plate. And if you can do that, more sustainable. So why do we want you to get at least 10,000 steps a day or at least 30 to 60 minutes of cardio 2 to 3 times a week? Well, again, we said it's good for your heart, which is obviously very, very important. You're going to have more energy. It's better recovery for in the gym and also outside of the gym. It's going to help with less aches and pains. It's going to help with muscle recovery. So if you're going to the gym 2 to 3 days a week lifting weights, the cardio and just staying active is going to help with the soreness in your muscles as well too. And weight management because the more cardio you do, the more calories you burn as well too. So just some simple ideas. Every time you eat a meal, go for a walk. If you got a dog, walk the dog. If there's an elevator or the stairs, choose to walk down the stairs. At the end of your dinner, go for an evening walk. Biking, swimming, pickleball. Biggest mistake we see is just sitting all day long doing absolutely nothing because just 2 or 3 days of strength training is not enough just to cut it. Better than nothing, but this is again, we're stacking these layers. So again, you don't need harder workouts. You need smart strength training with a program and you need movement and you need to hit your protein goal because we're building muscle. And if you don't have enough protein to replace that muscle, you're just losing it. And if you eat McDonald's chicken nuggets all day long, one, you're not going to hit your protein goal by doing that because it's not enough. Um, and you're going to feel like trash. That's why the 80-20 rule is in place because it allows you to have some flexibility, but majority of the time you're doing the things you're supposed to do, which makes you have more energy, feel better, and actually live a healthier lifestyle. At the end of the day, simple scales, fancy fails. Most of the time, people just do not do the basics. So to recap, get your goal weight, times it by 0.8. That's how many grams of protein you should be getting in every single day. Number one. Number two, you should be eating clean. natural, healthy foods, which everybody knows what they are 80% of the time. But the caveat, allow yourself 20% of the time to do what you actually want to do. Ice cream, chocolate, cake, alcohol, whiskey, whatever your thing is. But allow yourself to have some fluidity so you can enjoy your life a little bit. Make sure you're doing strength training at least 2 to 4 times a week, following an actual program, not just random exercises for the hell of it. And get in at least 10,000 steps a day or intentional 30 to 60 minutes of a cardio activity 2 to 3 times a week. Now, you're probably thinking these are very simple and basic. The problem is, I guarantee you're not doing them. Because if you were, you would be exactly where you need to be because most people do not even do the basics. If you look at most professional athletes, the only thing that makes them different from somebody who's an amateur is the professionals do the basics every single day and they never miss a beat. People that are amateurs, they overcomplicate things and try to be more complex because they're trying to hide the fact they're not even doing the basics. So don't be like that. So that's it, guys. Sorry I didn't have the team on today. This is episode 15. We are not going to do a fun topic of the week because that's all Mark on. We put him in charge of the fun topic. So he ain't here today, so we gonna move that to next week. But we will see you guys for episode 16 next week. We appreciate you guys. Shout out Mark on, and we will see you guys next week.